confront them. Oh. And then Roger's like, I ain't about to wait to confront you with that. Tonight, nigga, did you say that? I said, yeah, nigga, you was the number one suspect. Right. We all thought that whoever might have did it. Yeah. Probably was you, because you the only one that brought it up. You the only one who knew the was over there. And you always selling shit. Right. So, and you the one who brought it up. Nobody knew shit about that puppet. You came in and said, did you get your puppet from back there? And all of a sudden it's gone. Come on now. Yeah, you was the number one suspect. I said it. Yeah. So what? Oh, that's so wild. Come with that shit tonight. I guess he gonna call himself, gonna come up here and want to talk to me in front of Roger like I'm a lie about it. Nigga, yeah, I thought he did. That is like, man, come on. Still like tripping over this puppet, man, like talking gangster shit and all of that. Like, well, nigga, you lost your puppet. I'm not. Yeah. If I brought some shit over your house and left it for 2 weeks, and that motherfucker gone, I'm not blaming you. No. I'm responsible. I got drunk and high and left it there. You was drunk as fuck that night. Yep. So you can't run around here kind of. Oh no. Yep. Oh, and here, and if you really want to get technical and go straight to the law, after 30 days, you abandon anything in the state of Ohio. So, yeah, you've been active. But, to me, some things, though, EP. Are we ready? All right. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's bullshit. Shit. Check 1, 2. You got to get me on my mic. Oh, shout out you too. Yeah, I hear the music good. I can't hear myself. 5, 4. Wait a minute. Whoa. What up, chat? I'm just gonna say Kamala Harris versus Trump is tonight. See what my algorithm do. Oh shit. Okay, let me see what the hell. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and. Welcome back to the Sohigho Gas Company podcast here at the Voice It Radio studio right here in lovely Cleveland, Ohio. We're located right on off Shaker Boulevard. At the Voice of Radio studio, and once again, I'm blessed to have my man, the radio president, and my man EP on the board. Always love him back there doing a great engineering job for us. We bring to you every week, we talk about cannabis. We usually talk about education, cultivation, and information on the cannabis products, primarily here in Ohio. I will have to say our last 2 shows, if you didn't check them out, we got some of our best reviews on the last couple shows. We had Mr. Soul and Ramon Rivas in here. Once again, I was going to have my man from Sohio on today, and that's SOW. He actually makes seeds and things like that. But, I think this 420 time limit sometimes might give me some issues, but it ain't going to stop me from doing. I'm going to just keep trying to get best and get y'all some information. And today, I'm going to talk about the legalization first. So, a couple things that happened in Ohio. I've been keeping y'all up, and me and Ramon talked about the dispensaries and how that went down. And as of last month, we have 100. It's a bunch of municipalities in Ohio, like about 1,500 municipalities, and what that would be is somewhere with a city charter or township or something like that. So out of those, 110 of them opted for a moratorium on cannabis product, and 90 of them just flat out said you gotta wait. So I would advise you, it's a list. I can't list all 90 of them. The main ones that would pop in my head would be Strongsville. Hands down, don't ever smoke weed in Ashland. I don't know why you would ever smoke weed in Ashland. Ashland County, Ashland City. Nice people down there, like the football team and the university and everything like that. But as far as their laws and the way they treat marijuana, it's atrocious. And even with that, when you're looking at the moratorium, the legal aspect of why would it be beneficial for a city charter or whatever to have the weed is because of hands down, it's just because you get the tax levies and everything on that. So that is a real reason why I think everybody should do it. But I will say that in our law, and it's a chapter inside the law, I think it's 3687, something like that. Inside of that law, no place in the state of Ohio can reduce your home grow or your consumption. We won't, the state will not put limits on letting a city or any municipality or any uh, people of authority that could tell you what to do and what not to do, which should be limited here in the state of Ohio. Anyway, nobody can really tell you what to do. So if you want to consume and you in Strongsville and Ashland, go ahead and consume. That is quite all right. You just you just know that you cannot. There will be no. A couple of these places already. There will be no head. I'm surprised they got head shops, to be honest with you, in some of these places. And I wouldn't open up a business in these places that are not friendly like that. You really shouldn't do that. You got to be very careful. And still, it's a lot it's a lot to go on with the legalization and the cultivation of this, that you still got, it's still so new that you got to be careful. So those counties that put the moratorium up, um, I just would stick away from them. You just got to do a quick Google search. It's 90 counties, and a couple of them might be pending. They just, and some of them only put like a 30-day, 60-day moratorium until they city councils vote on where they want it at. And it's just like anything. They don't want you around children, which I agree, but to say that, it's almost hypocritical, because to say that everywhere alcohol is, children still have access to that. So it's still not so cool to just make restrictions on cannabis when it's legal for everybody 21 over. That's where we got to break the stigmatism. I shout out to my man Sapo World. Can't wait to get on him on. And he did a great job up in Michigan about breaking the stigmatism of what we doing. But yeah, these moratoriums is going to limit it on your access to the plant. But as we go on, another 3 or 4 weeks now that we have dual use dispensary, and what that means is we have recreational and medicinal at the dispensaries. And I haven't checked with my dispensary friends in about a week or so that sells out of the dispensary. But the way I see it, they are down. They, just like every other place, they don't have enough. The medical people are getting shorted because the recreational people are coming in there. But don't worry, we're gonna catch up to it. This here is Ohio, and we definitely gonna catch up to it and get our production up. And I think we're gonna outshine everybody as far as growth and us cultivating and being a force in this marketplace. And it's really might be like every place else. It'll go regionally like that. So yeah, legally we gonna be good. It's still the same thing. Remember, you can only carry around 2.5 ounces of weed legal. But see, it's still some gray area in transportation of stuff too. So if you do have a medical card and you are a caregiver, can I still carry 4 people's 90-day supply? Under your medical card, you can. And it's another part about under your medical marijuana card that they said that they was going to change it, but I haven't seen anything about it, that you would avoid those taxes. Do you know the legal, they are taxing us like 36%, I believe. No, it's 30%. 36% of the tax revenue goes back to each of these municipalities. And I call foul for the municipalities that don't allow the industry to be in their townships or their locale. I don't see how they should share in the profits of the taxes, and they don't even support the thing. I'm I'm beyond that. Why should you get some of that money in there? That's not real cool to me. I see the chat coming up. If you got any questions, EP gonna tell me the phone number here real quick. You can call in. It's 216 249
6500.
6500. All you people, give me a call
No,
in.
6650.
6650. Y'all know we smoke weed. That's why we always 3, 4, 30 minutes late because we be out in the parking lot and we never look up at the clock. But if you got any questions about cultivation, and I do got some cultivation tips for you guys coming up, I'm going to answer some of JJ's questions. JJ from Columbus sent some questions in about the cultivation. But back to the legalization of this. I'm very curious, and I would like you guys in the chat and give me a call in or shoot me an email. If you've been in the dispensary, what is your dispensary experience like? Do you like copping? Do you like purchasing from there? How do you feel this rollout is going? Uh, I got a good question. What's the over under on the first marijuana billboard in Ohio? It's gonna be good. When we start seeing that, I think we're gonna be good to go. It's gonna be very interesting. But we're not like Michigan and any. They had a big rollout. I think they was all about the tax revenue. Ohio must be super duper rich or something because they I don't know. I don't know if we rich or we just shiesty like that. Probably the later. Man, we just don't get that tax money back. It's just like beyond me that we're gonna get a sin tax on this stuff, and you guys don't participate in it, but still get the share in 36% of the revenue. And you got to think about what that was in week one. Week one, we spent 11.5 million on just recreational. We ain't even talking about the medical or any other thing, and we definitely not talking about the traditional market. So 11.5 million, and I'm gonna say probably of that, I think the tax on it right now is 16%. So that's a freaking lot of money. It is a whole lot of money that's going somewhere, and it gets broken up into this general fund, and they take 36% of that. What they do with the rest of it, it is a crazy breakdown. But I don't think it's just a whole lot of bureaucracies to me that's justifying a job without servicing the people, though. I think it should be more recreational. We don't put enough into research and things like that. That is the one thing. If you're in one of these dry counties and you want to get around the law a little bit, that's going to be the one thing that you could do. They cannot restrict universities or any person from doing research in any of these places also. And just like I said, all of these counties that don't allow for a cannabis store, a smoke shop, or a dispensary, bro, y'all could fix it because the law says that they cannot restrict your consumption or your growth use. So go ahead and I would grow like crazy in those. Keep your footprint down because it is going to be something about growing locally in your dirt. The dirt around you and the environment around you is going to probably produce the plants that you want. That's still a bit of bro science, but I think that's important and to keep your tax dollars. I wish it wasn't such a general fund because the people who grow and participate in that should have had a benefit of that. So Ashland County not doing nothing, and I keep gonna pound on Ashland just because it's at the top of the list. But Ashland County, I don't think they should even get any benefits of this, any of that money. In the chat, man, tell me how y'all feel about that. Give us a call in, and I just don't think if you every place sell the lotto, so all of the school systems get a percentage of that money also. So, but that's statewide, and it's a statewide mandate. I don't see how we are opting out of that. I do believe in the right of choice and in majority rules in this democracy, but we have a state law where us as the citizens of the state of Ohio have voted, but that's just not what it is. And I think that's part of not breaking the stigmatism and not being able to just make this thing grow the way we need it to grow because I think we're going to do good. I think here in Ohio, we just grow good plants because we have very rich dirt and we could keep this going. So we're gonna wind up our first block about a little legalization stuff going on. We're gonna probably hit the Puffco with you. So you got any questions about the legal aspect of things, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little bit about outdoor plants and cultivation. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, I'm first up tonight on the Tuesday block. We got Al Porter's hip hop show coming up. And stay tuned. Listen, hot mess in the evening tonight with the damn debate coming on tonight. Shit, if you want to have a fun ass time, tune in tonight about 9 o'clock right here on the Voice of Radio. We all have a very good time. Tune into the Voice of Radio. Appreciate all you people in the chat. Give me a call up, and we'll be right back after this message. All right. Oh, I left my thing in. Let me see. Let me see. Let's go chat. Willie D. What's up, Dexter? What's up, Norwich Station? Damn mortgage. Yeah, I heard that, bro. The taxes is insane. I see you, Snoopalicious. I'm not. Howdy, neighbor. White guy here. What are you, what are we Diddy doing? You got man, anybody Diddy? Whether you white or black, do you smoke the green? That's all I'm asking. What y'all smoking in the chat? Namaste, big brother, king of the jungle. Where are you calling from? North Korea. Bro, if you really calling from Korea, if you on this chat from Korea, bro, this algorithm is algorithm, bro. Do y'all smoke weed in Korea? Is that legal? That can't be illegal. And these Russian dudes on there, all I gotta do say is one thing though, EP, and it go crazy. Kamala Trump, Kamala versus Trump. That's so crazy. I wonder how they feel about weed. It's crazy on this
She
app.
already lied about it.
Huh?
She already lied.
They said what?
She said she smoked in college, but then she said he asked her what kind of music you listened to when you was smoking in college. She was like Tupac, and she said Tupac and Biggie or something like that. But he was like, they said they did the research. Said she graduated in '80. She graduated in '86 or something. '80.
High school or college? Oh
College.
yeah, she's 60. Yeah.
Yeah, but Tupac and them may come out to way after she graduated.
Oh God.
So she was lying about that time when she used to listen to Tupac and then why she smoked weed in college. But they came out after you graduated.
Yeah.
They came out in the 90s.
Oh my God.
So dude trying to front her. They've been posting that shit like she's trying too hard.
You know, I ain't gonna hold her to the damn letter of Jesus, man, to be honest with y'all. But I will tell y'all in the chat, we'll talk about it, that Donald Trump said that in Florida, only for Florida, that he's gonna vote for them to go recreational. He made one blurb about changing it to Schedule 3, but that's about it. He not willing to change it nationally. So, I don't know. That's all this show's opinion to be. We only talk about weed and everything. All right. All right. Welcome back to the Ohio Gas Company podcast. Thank my man EP in here on the board. We was talking to the chat a little bit in the YouTube. We got a little YouTube channel coming on too, but nobody do us like my Facebook people. Appreciate all you people tuning in on Facebook, and don't forget to stay with us all day today. Al Porter Show at 7 o'clock. You people on YouTube, go over to Earl Porter's on Facebook. Earl Porter's Facebook page for the Voice of Radio, and you can get that podcast tonight. We always do good. I do better numbers over there. If you really want to know, YouTube, I'm like more famous. A buddy of mine said we better on Facebook because it's easier. People just could like pull it up and click, and that sound about right for a pothead. Fucking like, yeah, want no struggle. Shit, I'll be honest with you. I'll sell pre-rolls till people get drunk any damn way because they don't want to damn roll up at night though. But that's so good. I think in the last block we'll talk about some of the entertainment and some things going on. Specifically, I'm from Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns, and what you feel about that. And maybe EP will jump in with me a little bit on that last block about that. And but we're gonna go into cultivation, right? So it's been a couple questions. Can't really even. I know the questions too. So is in the cultivation side, like I like always to tell all you guys about cultivation. To me, when we cultivating, we are smack dab in the middle of the outdoor season. So the biggest question right now is everything is going so slow. Why is it going so slow? Why is it going so slow? Outdoor weed is like that. You cannot handle the light. And we in Northeast Ohio, we have been through a series of storms. If you really want to know, it dropped down to like 50 some odd degrees a couple nights. So these plants is going through a little bit of schizophrenia, if you might. Not saying plant have human characteristics, but it is tough on those plants going out, and the weather changing, the light pattern is changing. So it is difficult. Everything is going slow. The plants that we got out right now, a normal plant in the inside that probably should be about 6 feet, 6 feet tall right now, probably is the one indoors is 6 feet tall, and the one outdoors is 5 feet tall. The one outdoors is looking sparse. They had the same amount of nodes, and nodes is the places that the buds are gonna grow from. And this is lilac diesel from a good company, good genetics, but it's really having a hard time. And I think it's really because there's so much cloud cover right now, and with these fluctuations in temperature. We had some real low temperature swings. And I don't think it's bad, but in my estimation on the lilac diesel is it's taking a little more maintenance. I'm cleaning up the bottoms a lot more. So the new growth on the bottom, that's because it seemed like the plant want to like re-veg itself or something like that, which it shouldn't be doing. But just stick with it. The question from JJ is he's an outdoor gardener and he feels like his dirt. And he went outdoors in buckets, right? So when you go outdoors in bucket, then after a while your dirt will get depleted, and you need to reinvigorate your dirt with vitamins or however you go on with it. If you are in a substrate that is a where you planted in cocoa core lava rocks, a thing that does not have live organisms in it, cocoa core, regular dirt, composting that's eating each other with the worms and things like that. If you're not doing that, then you have to put nutrients in it every day. I'm not talking to any of you guys. All hydro growers, this is not this part about that. Everybody that's growing outdoors in dirt. JJ's question is, when do I top dress? And if you don't know what top dressing is when you take the top of your plant coming out of the top of it, and then you have to put more nutrients around the top. And what I like to do is, if you're using, so I use Gaia Green. It's a organic amendment. It's just like any other fertilizer. In general, it's 1 tablespoon per gallon of dirt. And then I like to just massage it into the top of the dirt with my fingers, a good 2, 3 inches down, so it get all the way into it. I recommend you doing that outdoors, especially right now. Like if your dirt around you, to me, if you had asked me beforehand, you should have already put worm castings in around that area that you plant, and you would have made your own environment already, and it would have it would have did a better job of making more nutrients and keeping your environment growing, the microorganisms happy right now. So the question also is, when you want to feed those micro, say you did it right, how do you go about feeding the microorganisms? Right off the back, it's a bunch of things called microblasts. This is a few different. This is hot. Listen, you want a good growth, you go and buy your own microorganisms at this stage of the game. It is several online. I could get you the brand names that I use. Microbe X is the one. They do good, and this is actually the microbes in the tube. It's kind of pricey, 20 $30 for probably only like a 4 or 5 ounce jar, and you probably only gonna get 1 or 2 seasons out of that if you use it as the manufacturer. But this is actually the microbes in those products that you add right into the ground, so you don't have to wait for the earthworms to eat up the compost, to poop out the good dirt. Is there really waste product that's making good? It's making nitrogen, and it's making healthy microbes for your plants to take up. And that's growing in natural dirt. You want to make sure your environment going good. So everybody that's growing outdoors, so you I would take the size of my plant and guesstimate how far my roots are. If you did, like if you follow me, we follow a plan of only about a foot deep. Thank Luna Dirts for over there who telling me how deep roots should be. You only want it down about a good 6 to 10 inches. Now, yeah, 6 to 10 inches worth of root, because you want wider roots. You want your roots to be spread out more across a bigger area, because it's going to grow a bigger plant. And then you want to top dress with that. So when you top dress, I would just take that couple scoops of Gaia Green. I can't think of what the blind bud cultivator uses. It's another two-party, but it's also on sale at the community grow store out in Chagrin, and any other, the indoor gardens. And don't forget about the Grow Wizard over on Denison. She has all of the good natural amendments. Just take that in, and then just go down, sprinkle it on there, and massage that into the dirt. And at this stage, it is not illegal for you to water your outdoor plants. And if you feeling like, to me, with all the rain and everything, it's more important that you don't water it and you let it dry out. You want your roots to dry out some and start looking for more water. That's going to increase the growth. But it is also looking for the intake. So inside that intake, after you got it the good fertilizer and you done rubbed it in, inside of that, I would almost tell you calcium, magnesium, depending on your water makeup and your things like that. CalMag is for, and specifically the calcium, it is opening up the cells, so more, so more nutrients come through the cells. It's basically making your cells wider so it could come up. So that's the benefit of a little bit of CalMag. And normally at this stage, we would be at the other end of a bloom spectrum, a little higher in the K, which is the potassium. No, we'll be higher in the nitrogen. That was a big revolution back in the day. Was this the time you would be adding the bat shit, the guava to your thing to get the good fruit. But if you're doing good with a good worm casting thing, I would let the plant tell you. No matter what anybody say, your best meter for anything you're doing is the plant itself. Don't ever let anybody fool you. The plant is going to tell you everything. There's no need to follow everything I do blow for blow, unless you growing exactly like I grow. And no two people probably is gonna grow alike. We all gonna do a couple things different in there. So when you top dress that stuff in there, add a little CalMag in there, and don't forget, when you are top dressing, it will take about a week for absorption. Outdoors, indoors, no matter what. It's just going to take a while for that stuff to start breaking down into the dirt and get down into your root system. Easier way to do it, and this for you, JJ. He asked also, JJ was like, so how do I introduce the worm casters to it, and how much? Same reference point. How tall is your tree? How big is the pot? I know JJ is growing in buckets, so it's easy for me to tell him. If JJ, I'm tell you right now, you get 1 cup of worm castings per gallon of water. Put it in a stocking, and you put it in I will use I use 5 gallon buckets, but you can use any container. And you put those worm castings in a stocking. I would use a stocking. I always use a cheesecloth. You wrap it up and you let those worm castings sit in that water for about 24 hours. By now, I'm hoping most of you guys are aerating your water. If you don't know what aerating your water is, that is having like a fish pump down into your water source. It's two reasons why you do that: to add oxygen to the water and to me, coming from well water came out too cold. I want my water, I want to give my plants things at room temperature so it's the uptake. So those are two reasons why you aerate it. So if you had your worm castings in there and say you was aerating it for 24 hours, that would be the way you go. This is also a perfect time to make a compost tea. So if you got fruit scraps all in your house, this is for us poor people who ain't got a lot of money. You got fruit scraps. It's a whole list. Now, you want to get technical, you give me a call. You could email me at Sohigho216, Sohigho 216 at Gmail. Uh, I'll give you my whole compost tea uh, recipe. I actually just go to the stores and buy old produce, day old, 3 day old produce. And what I like to do is break them up and put them in the freezer and have these bags ready to go so I can have my compost tea. Because you probably should add a compost tea probably about 2 or 3 times in the life of a grow. Once every 30 days, you should add a compost tea. But you can also add the worm castings into the compost tea and make that up for 24 hours. And like I say, 1 cup of compost of worm castings per gallon of water. Bubble that or let that sit overnight. I would like you aerating it so it's got some motion and adding some air into it. And then just go out there and feed accordingly. I will wait till your plant is dry, give that to it, and that will add to the life of the dirt around you. It's a better uptake than just putting the worm castings right like we would top dress with any other nutrients that you would put around there. The worm castings liquid is going to be faster uptake, but it is a bigger runoff. So you got to remember that. So if you just got to be conscious of how much uptake you can and how much you're running off. But with the worm casting and the worm tea, I don't think you could do wrong except for overwatering. And overwatering, even outdoors, you can get root rot. You guys who growing in the 5 gallon bucket, if you do not have enough holes in there, you got to get more holes. I need those roots to dry out and keep looking because you're going to stunt the growth. When you take that root ball out of there, you will see what root bound is. Everything will just be all bound up in once, and that bit of moisture will never dry out, and it will affect your growth. You want those things to dry back, and you really want your roots loose and free. That's why adding worm castings at this time, I would add some worm castings. Say your dirt is compact and tight. Definitely, I would just don't play. Go to Walmart and just buy earthworms. I wouldn't even stop at the garden department and get worm castings. Well, I would because I'm anal like that. But I would just go get some red worm. It was called the red ringer worms, and they poop out the best for us in this area. Just throw a pack of that for $2, $3 around each of your plants in that area, and it's just good for the environment. It's good for your growth in there, and you'll see that'll turn into the darkest place and the most richest soil in your whole yard, and you'll start spreading that dirt other places. It's because your worm bed will be real strong. And if you smooth with it and you do it right, you can feed those worm castings into your indoor plant. Plenty of people grow. James Brown is got the best worm castings that I had. The stuff I grew with his worm castings, organic, right in there, is some of the best. So, 2 questions. I hope I answered that for you, JJ. Is how do you replenish, and how much of each of these things that you use? So in general, for worm castings, it's a couple worm castings per compost tea, and then it's the same measurement, probably per gallon of dirt. It's a tablespoon of nutrients per gallon. So outdoors, you kind of got to guesstimate if you in the ground, and I will use that more from height. I'm thinking 10-gallon pots if you outdoors without digging up the root might be a good way to go. So uh, a tablespoon per gallon of dirt per plant for dry amendments, and for compost tea and things like that, I would just water as necessary with a made up compost tea. And just look that up. I'll be happy. Like I said, I'll be happy. A real quick rundown of some of the fruits that's in my compost tea. I go potatoes, kiwi, um, some oranges, not a whole lot of oranges, but I forgot what else. But potatoes, kiwis, I got to bring it back. I'm too high to figure that stuff out. But those are the things. Stay with your outdoor trees. I mean, your outdoor plants. Don't forget to go out there, and you still have to have maintenance on your outdoor plant. Y'all still want y'all stripping down. It's like lollipopping outside. You still want to trim off all of the excess shit that ain't doing nothing. If you have access to get to your plant, still go ahead. And if it's some stuff that's taken away from the top colas on your plant, take that stuff out. Don't use that stuff. You just strip that stuff out. Maybe get you some clones or some things from out there. But stick with it. We still got 3-4 months of growing time, at least a good 2 months. And like I said, with those breaks in the temperature and things, the outdoor will be a little slower. That's the way I feel about everybody. Everybody's going a little bit slower, but it's weird here in the weather. And you calling from North Korea, you guys online, tell me where you growing from. And each environment is different. I'm sure it's a different between down here in Michigan, and we like neighbors, but it's got to be some different. So that's some cultivation. Don't forget, get good genetics all you can. You could go to all of those good community grow stores that we have. My people up at Made by Farmers, they do a great job of propagating their own stuff up there. And you can stop by some of these places, Michigan, Ohio, and go in and ask your local grower some questions. And the biggest thing I can say, do your own research and make some experiments. Just like every time I grow, I like to do a little something different and just have an experimentation so you could keep growing and pushing it on. All right, that's our second block done here on the Sohigho Gas Company, and we're back with a little bit of information and a little bit of information on and some events and let y'all know what we did. We'll be right back on the Voice of Radio. All right. Man, I need. I left my freaking. I ain't got nothing to put the damn weed in here, bro. Yeah, it is. Well, thank y'all in the chat. I appreciate y'all so much. Shoney Sean, let's go, big bro. Nerd DJ's in the house. What's up from Germany? I appreciate you, bro. What time is it in Germany, bro? Y'all smoking good over there? Hey, let me know what y'all smoking in the chat. Don't forget to tune into the Voice of Radio over there. You got to go over on Facebook, look up Earl Porter, ERROL Porter on Facebook, and you'll check out this live stream, and you'll check out, I don't know if Al show, but you definitely see the, yeah, all of them going to be on there. So tune in for all of those shows and the hot mess in the evening on those joints, too. I appreciate you guys. North Korea in the house, is that real? What's happening? I don't know a greeting in North Korea, but y'all smoking good? The hell y'all smoking over there with Kim Jong Un? Bro, you think they smoking in North Korea? Hell, I don't know. Huh? North Korea? That dude's like a dictator, ain't he?
You might dictate them to smoke.
He said, EP said over in Korea, what y'all smoking? Kim Jong Un let y'all smoke, or is it mandatory? What y'all? I guess it ain't. Is it communist in North Korea?
Yeah, dictatorship.
Dictatorship. Yeah, it ain't like China. I don't think we smoking in China. I think they're gonna fry. They might let you smoke as an American, but culturally, I don't know. I know Germany, y'all not too far from Amsterdam, so I don't think I smoked in Amsterdam, but that's where the cannabis cup be, and the world's biggest seed bank was always in there too. Oh, caught me again every time. Welcome back to the Sohigho Gas Company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here go. I swear to God, EP got some incredible timing. We got that. We got that. Here again. Oh shit! If you think it ain't real, it's real. Golly. Well, let me tell y'all a little bit about what went on this weekend. We had a great ass time. Cleveland be shining, man. I'm trying to tell you, Cleveland is coming up in our demographics as far as numbers and population. It's always the greatest location in the nation. I'm gonna tell you that. Being a Cleveland homer, I'm so damn proud of this place. Cleveland is the place, bro. I love this place to death. But let me tell you, this weekend, y'all missed a good one. It was the it was Fashion Week over at the Art Museum, and like every smoking lounge in this freaking town, if they smoking cigarettes, they smoking weed, bro. And what a pleasure, to be honest with you, to be down over there and hobnobbing, and everybody respectful too. So that's the other thing, is don't be smoking around people when you out at these events and things like that. Get off to your side, because people, it's a smoke, and you don't want to be poisoning people with vapors and getting that and contaminating their air and things like that. So, when we at these events, just go over to the side. This is where we used to smoke anyway. We used to be around the corner smoking behind the dumpster or something any damn way. Them places is still cool, and I don't go that far back to the dumpster no more. I'm a little bold with it anyway. I ain't got no sense. But it was a great event. We rubbed elbows. I mean, they had a good DJ in there, and they had food, and it was very clear. I just love it when Cleveland is shining like that. And to be in those historic buildings down in University Circle is just so damn cool, man. That was like on Friday night, and I think they have some more of that. And then Saturday wasn't shit. We're in the middle of football season. So that's another thing I like to ask y'all. How about you potheads and y'all sports teams? How y'all do with that out there? What's your favorite sports team over here in the chat? Tell me who you liking. I guess your soccer teams over there in Germany and Korea, who y'all rooting for? What's your favorite soccer teams over here in America? We be riding on football right now. We had a big game for the Buckeyes, and that was Saturday for me. I'm a huge Buckeye fan. I'm just an Ohio fan, to be honest with you. But that's only, I ain't all like that. Even my Michigan people, I just don't mess with y'all for about 3-4 hours a couple times a year. And that's like during that game. Don't mess with me if you from Michigan, because yes, yeah, y'all could be like that. But I still love all that. I ain't gonna let that sports get my way in a friendship and take that shit too far. I got plenty of good friends from Pittsburgh, but do I like the Steelers on fucking Brown Sunday? Fuck no. It's not even close. But I could take that. Uh, Also on Sunday, this past Sunday, it was over at Red Lion Tattoo. Chanel was over there, and we was representing over there, and it was like a tiny desk situation. That was very, very cool. But me, my little self got lucky enough. Shout out to my man D Train from Kent, man. My man from Euclid. He played ball with Robert Smith. Actually, D Train played in the first live telecast national high school game on ESPN. It was Euclid versus somebody, and D Train was at that. That was back in the Robert Smith era out at Euclid, and we went to the game. Shout out to him for getting me tickets to that game, and we went down there to the Brown Stadium, and we took it old school too. The Rapid is back open, so that's that thing too. If you consuming public transportation. You could catch the train down to the you get dropped off right at the Muni lot, at either lot, right in front of the stadium. You could go to Settlers Landing, and let me tell you, it's better to do that than pay 50 to 100 to whatever in parking. Jeez, I'd do it if I had an RV and I was set up all day and I was going to hang out afterwards. Yeah, I love tailgating down there. But with the train open, if you from Cleveland and you know how to get around, that is just like such a great benefit. And it keeps you from being under the influence of anything while you driving. What I will tell you is don't be smoking on them RTA places, them platforms and all of that stuff. That's a no-go, bro. That's just a no-go. That is, I think it's easier to smoke in the park than to mess around on RTA. Don't forget they got their own police system, and it's just one of them things too. To be respectful of other people's air and oxygen, don't contaminate other people's air. You just really shouldn't, because you never know who's allergic to what. So in my younger days, I probably didn't have that attitude. I smoked where I wanted to smoke, but now, nah, I wouldn't really do that too much. So, going down to the Browns game, it's just like anywhere. The Browns do have on the lower level in the stadium. They have several smoking areas right now, and it's always been known. Like I said, if you are up at the high seats where, well, I say that because I'm poor, you you just can't be all the way up on the platform. So if you was walking down the ramp, you kind of okay up there all the way on the top. I'm always sitting up in section 500. That's around the top ring. So it's been cool up there for a lot of time. And once again, just be respectful of people. And nobody really had a big problem. But we got a shit ton of vape pens and things like that when you go into those events. And it was just a great time. Now, my opinion about the game, as a Clevelander, we got to do better. I'm trying to go down there. If you're a Cleveland Brown and you need the plug, well, not you. If your girl, well, I don't even know if it's not. I'm pretty sure it's legal for NFL players to smoke. I think they stopped testing in the NFL. I know the NBA did, but I don't know how they're gonna stop people if, especially in that. If I was recovering, like I tell a lot of people, like if I'm recovering, I think a little bit of sativa and some Advil is the best pain relief that you could get, and I think that'll help you recover. But yeah, going out to that, it's pretty cool. But the Browns stunk up the joint. The Sean ain't that good, but at least we got the Buckeyes. But no, the Browns, I don't know if it's Kevin Stefanski, but we just took a punch in the mouth. I don't believe any of it, to be honest with you, Pete, because to me, when DraftKings started, everything is suspect. If I was Vegas and the line was against me and I could call Deshaun up on some secret shit and get that dude like a couple 100 million so I don't lose a billion, would I do it? It ain't even a point where I do it. It could be done because somebody's morality ain't like that. So that's how I felt about that. But it was a great time to be out and enjoy. The weather is good. It was just, if you never ever, let me tell you another thing. We always been, I got a funny pod story about being down at the Browns. I probably was only about like 10 or 11 years old, and it was Browns versus the Cincinnati. And my mom, used to go to. She's the one who used to take us to the Browns game, not my dad. She had a couple tickets for us every year, and I remember sitting with her, and they actually passed me the joint at 10 years old, and my mom busted me, bro, and it was in my hand, and she just looked down at me, and she looked back up at the game. She didn't tell me I could smoke. But the fact that she didn't smack the shit out of me and knock it out of my hand, and probably because she was drinking them hot toddies and we was winning and she was all caught up in the Browns. Back then, older people will tell you, in the dog pound before they restricted bottles and all that shit, bro. It was more flasks than bottle. We used to have hard glass bottles of full ass liquor. You could go to the dog pound back in the day when I was like 10, 11 years old. You would get drunk and high for nothing.
Hey,
When I,
I used to have season. My father had season tickets for 35 years. The
okay,
old stadium.
yeah, the old
Every
thing.
game, he stopped going when I turned about like I say I turned like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I turned about 16, and I was old enough to start going by myself, I
Yeah.
started going for the games. But when I would go, my dude, me and my boy, we took two uh, grocery bags. We had bread, meat, cheese,
Yeah.
mustard,
Right.
ketchup, a 6-pack, Jack Daniels, all in a paper bag, and
And walk through the door.
walk right through the door.
Tell them about that EB. People do
Man,
not.
shit, that used to be so much fun. Everybody
Man.
brought their own shit,
Yep.
and they let you bring it.
And let you bring it. So that made the dog pound. People who don't know, let me tell you.
Right.
When I say we was smoking weed in there, I was not that old.
Right.
And because you was in the dog pound, they used to pass the bottle down the line.
Yeah,
Like
we
I
smoked
mean,
weed in my set. We was section off the end zone,
mhm.
across from the dog pound, the other end zone.
Oh yeah, the closing, the
But
closing, yeah.
corner of the closing, yeah. And I used to have my binoculars out, man.
Yeah.
Watching the action in the dog pound. And my buddy, they lived across the street from me. They had season tickets to the dog pound.
Oh,
So
the
I would
shit.
make my way over there. Sometimes
Oh yeah.
during the game, I'd make my way over to them, man, and kick it in the dog pound. Dog pound was
The
wild.
dog pound was wild. When he say that, I'm trying to tell you. Like I'm being honest.
Wow.
The next go round when I'm only about 10 years old, and I probably blew a big ass cloud being too young, too little. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll tell you what, we was winning. It was like in the division, even back then. Our number one rival, kind of being old school, dating myself, shit used to be the Bengals, bro. I'm gonna be just straight up. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a couple teams we just did not fuck with. Pittsburgh and the Bengals, bro. No, 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 no. And we was beating the Bengals, right? So I got a couple extra hits on that thing, and it was real cool being down. And it's still just a great. Let me tell you, I don't think you're gonna be more diehard fans as much as Dallas gets some notoriety and all that bullshit, man. Ain't nobody loyal like us, man. I mean, Dallas travel good, but they kind of got to. It's because all you want to be people who don't have no team in your town pick up them people. And I really believe that, no disrespect to my Hispanic folks, but that's Hispania's team too, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you like of Hispanic descent, it just seemed like you got to be underneath that star. And they represent it like a champ, man. I saw more little cowboy boots, and they was really in there. It was a little bit discouraging. I did not sell none of them fools. I ain't smoke with none of them fools. They had garbage too. I just was. It was just a shitty. When I say shitty game,
Mm.
like it like took my weed high down, bro. When I say, you know what I'm saying, like I really like we spent a significant amount of time in the second quarter in the smoking lounge. Cause it was getting bad, man. Like, but it was very, very cool. Not recommend that. Don't ever break the law. Don't forget that shit. Don't break the law. But it's very cool. And then in the parking lots, like I say, all you have to do is be respectful. Stay away from the kids, which you should be. and then just get off by yourself, and it's real cool. It's real cool. I don't drink liquor, so I don't like getting too drunk, and I don't like being there. But I do like to like take the edge off. Sometimes I have to because I get anxious and shit, but because of PTSD, and I really need to medicinally smoke. But it is just you get to be good down at the stadium. It's very good. It was good weekend. We out of town this weekend coming up, and then we'll be back in another week. But if you haven't been down there, it is. I'm not going to even say they sanction everything, but outdoors in the Muni lot, that is a real cool place. And if you want to participate, just keep it smooth. You know, it's very, you know, Michigan without a doubt. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, Michigan people, it seems like they weed tailgate, and I mean that like that. And I don't care for that, but I won't even say Michigan. I say the Lions. When you go to them parking the garages downtown with the Lions, bro, they don't drink like we do here. Now in Muni lot and over in the other lot down here, we some drinkers. Them dudes was in line to go in that Muni lot at I shit you not, at a 4 o'clock game, probably on Saturday night at midnight, 1 o'clock. Trust me, folks, it was RVs down at the Muni lot ready to park and go in there. That's how we get down, and I mean that. And that's a long ass day for them. So it's like the game didn't even start till 4. They didn't get out of that traffic till what you gonna say 8? Nah, later than that shit. Cause that traffic was atrocious, boy. But it was real good. Other event we had on that same Sunday, we was over at Red Lion, and we had a little tiny desk, and we're gonna have a little bit of more music over there, I think. And that was just a good ass Chantelli. I can't even think of her last name, but she did a very good job getting that off. And that was one of those cannabis friendly spot. They got like a smoking lounge over there, and it was a very good weekend. Uh, just a good time to be out, and it's a lot coming up to this fall. It's a lot of events coming up. You check your calendars, and I say even if you want to throw these parties like that this weekend, if you hit me up, it's gonna be a little private party. If y'all want to go to something on Saturday night, definitely go to Sohigho 216 SOHIGHO 216 at Gmail. Send me a link if you need something to do on Saturday night. We'll get to you. I'm sorry, you Germany people. Well, come on over, Germany. You can come on over if you need to. That's not a big deal. Shit, I got you in free if you come from Germany this weekend. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I got you for free. That'd be cool. But I I would be remiss that I if I never got off this air and didn't tell you about the one thing. You could eat too many goddamn edibles. Be careful on those edibles. Low and slow. And what I mean by that is low dose. That means 10 milligrams, 5 milligrams, no more than 20 milligrams. And don't go back after more. Eat 20 milligrams, 10 milligrams, that first dose, and wait 35, 40 minutes. The onset don't start till like 35, 40 minutes, and see how you feel. Don't make the rookie mistake of thinking that, oh, I don't feel nothing, so I should eat some more. Because right at 29 minutes, that's when you do that, and then that shit gonna hit. And it's gonna hit. And I remember last week EP was telling me about some high schoolers. When you go and you just making these household gummies and not knowing what you're doing, you could fuck a lot of people up. Trust me. Everybody cannot handle. You can get over it. 'Cause I don't think nobody died off of that. The one dude that did died because he was consuming weed had a mental issue. I think, and that's probably already with a pre-existing condition. So they tried to put that on him eating too much weed. But if you depressed and you eat that much and you that irritated and you feel that irritated, you might think about hurting yourself or something. And I don't think I'm gonna blame that on weed more than mental. Definitely with some mental problems going on with that, but definitely low and slow on the gummies. You 10 milligrams to get started. Be very careful. You out there with the cultivation. Don't forget the tip is 1 cup of worm casting per gallon of water, RO water, or whatever water you need to make a worm casting tea to feed your outdoor plants. If you're top dressing, you should be going. And that's if you put your plants out about a month, 2 months ago. Your dirt probably is dead around your plant. You could top dress it with your same inside so it's the one thing I did forget to say is in that to feed the cheapest way to feed your plants and all plants is backstrap molasses, and it has to be unsulfured. It's sold at Mark's. Just put a tablespoon in that and keep going. Coming up events that we got coming up, I'm sure it's so many that I forgot. Like I said, hit me up in the chat and we'll get to you this week. If you want something, you sign up. We'll do the pre-rolls again. I only gave out 1 set of pre-rolls last week. That's a good thing. It's Sohigho, Sohigho 216 at Gmail, and we're entering you into a thing. Shouts out to all the poets and the comedians. Don't forget to support Ramon Rivas over there at Dunlap's on Sunday night for stopping in. The art world, Mr. Soul, and all those people are going to be uh, showing art around. Support these local scenes too. Help us get this stuff up. It's a lot of bands playing. Oh, that was the name of that band. I cannot think of them, but I'm going to remember them next week. They did such a good job over at Red Lions. I wanted to give them a shout out coming up for doing a great job at the Tiny Desk. Shout out to my man Harold over at HJGS. Appreciate you. Thank you, D-Train, for taking me down to that game. I appreciate y'all all in Cleveland for tuning in. Like I said, we just gonna keep getting better, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going till I ain't gonna stop. It's one of our better shows. I mean, the YouTube algorithm is finally picking up, and we just gonna get better. Here is a radio station. Me is my show. We gonna get. I love being here because we always striving to get better, and the more reps we get, the more you support us, the more you share, like, and subscribe. It help us out all the time. I don't pander to you guys a lot, but we would like to get our numbers up. Spread it around. Sponsorship. If somebody rich and want to give us some money to be our title sponsor sold out on us a little bit. Sharif over at the Hippie House. And if we could get back at a new title sponsor to take the show over and help us out, man, we really appreciate that. We open to all collabs. We do product reviews. EP would be happy to smoke up all your shit. Not so alive. We'll test out anything from the gummies to anything. Shout out to my people over at Made by Farmers. They're going to be harvesting this week, so you're going to get a special vlog from the 200-acre process that will be this week. We'll shoot a vlog from up there. Thank y'all so much. Be responsible. And like my man EP always says, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in their face. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all, Voice of Radio. Stay tuned for Hot Mess in the evening. Followed up by Al Porter's Hip Hop Show at 7 o'clock. Thank y'all so much. Be safe out there. Be responsible. And definitely don't let no kids smoke that weed. Appreciate y'all. Man, I appreciate the dang YouTube, man. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to give y'all a special. If y'all want to get something going over here, appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all from out the country. I can't even believe it, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Huh? Korea, Germany. Bro, it's wild, bro. This algorithm shit is goofy, though, bro. Shoney Sean. We got some Clevelanders. Dexter Smith. Huh? Tell Shoney Sean? Yeah, we get Shoney Sean in anytime. Yeah. Shoney Sean.
Don't he got a radio show?
Yeah, I did his. So he'll come do ours.
His wife's a boy toy, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I know Johnny O is my man, so we did Johnny O's show. So Nerve DJs, come on next week, Shoney Sean. We'll talk about we'll bring y'all on next week, man. Do me the solid. You and DJ 88, come on in. I love to have Johnny O. Come on in and get some of that. Help us help you, bro. You know how we do. For sure. You cool with that though, right? Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I, North Korea, what can I say, bro? I feel like I'm international, bro. That's huge for me. I appreciate y'all. What can I say? Thank y'all so much. I mean, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. If you use that address, I'll send you a sticker pack out. I'll send you some nice Ohio stickers. Don't forget, Voice It Radio is Earl Porter on Facebook. It's ERROL Porter on Facebook. And this look up the voiceitradio.com and you'll see a link for him for the shows tonight also. I'm always on that second show on Hot Mess in the Evening. I've been there for a while, but check that out. It's a very good variety show. Very good. Thank y'all. I don't know what the time is. Appreciate y'all. Good evening. Good night. Have a great, great day. Thank y'all so much, man. That's off the hook, E. That's so off the hook. I don't understand. So